certified yoga teacher, and we're gonna get started in a 60-minute session of a Vinyasa yoga flow. A Vinyasa is just a style of yoga, and what we focus on is a breath per movement. We do take some time then later on to explore poses such as warrior series or any hip openers, any shoulder rinse. We usually do a little bit more, like 3 breaths to start with, depending on how deep we want to go into the stretch. With that being said, today we're going to start at the top of our mat. Ground it down through your soles of your foot, and allowing yourself to experience mountain pose. Just a kind and simple reminder, do find your strap if you're working on bindings, as we've been going through on the sessions before, as well as a block to meet the distance. I also like to use a bolster sometimes when I'm sitting down to incline my glutes and find that straight alignment of the spine. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, go ahead and pull that item close to you. And let's bring all our attention inward as we allow everything else to fade away. This show is provided to you by the Citizen Life. We're coming to you straight from my living room, so you might hear odd noises. But I'm just looking to invite you into my private practice. So with that being said, let's get started on session 16. You should already be at the top of your mat, finding mountain pose. Allow your feet to be grounded through the mat. Go ahead and lift those toes up off the mat, just the toes. Now spread those toes wide. Imagine you are seeking distance, and then slowly release them down to the mat. Beautiful. Now, even your toes are involved in this space. Go ahead and allow your tailbone to be neutral as you press your hips bone forward. Now, this does not mean that all of a sudden your belly has shifted forward. Instead, engage that core. You want to knit those ribs together as you pull your navel up and back towards the spine. Elbows reach right next to your ribs as your palms face open. Shoulders peel open as you shine your chest forward. You'll lightly feel those shoulders back behind you, slightly hugging one another. Your glutes are engaged as you're pressing those hips forward. Your core is engaged as you're pulling your navel up and back. You're growing tall through the crown of your head, and your chin is neutral. Do not tuck it and do not reach up. Just find that neutral chin and then press your head back in line with your shoulders. Some of us might be used to doing this, so just go ahead and press it back. Beautiful. Now maybe at this moment you feel well and grounded. I ask you to please release the muscles around your eyes. Maybe that just allows your eyelids to grow heavy. Maybe you actually allow your eyes to come to a close, but we're not forcing them shut. We're just releasing any tension, and organically they will find their space. Allow yourself to be still here. Allowing the noises, the distractions to fade away into the background. As we slowly start to dig inward past all those layers. Yoga is a practice where you work for about 55 minutes to get past all those layers. To get past all those conceived ideas that we have of what we should be, what we should look, how we should feel. And we're able to reside in our true essence. The work starts right here, in this simple standing mountain pose. Can you feel the benefits of standing tall and proud? Of breathing in deeply, allowing your belly to expand. Side out. Let it go. Inhale, find a full breath now, restricting the breath through the back of the throat. And exhale without any effort, just release the breath, maybe by parting your lips. Now we're going to engage the core here. Inhale, allow those belly to expand, the lungs to expand, the chest to expand. Let it grow. Exhale, now pull that navel up and back. Feel that power behind your breath. Now inhale with control. Imagine you're taking a step, one in front of the other. And exhale with the same control. Exhale, let it out. Beautiful. Your breath is now starting to sound like ocean waves. Embrace it here. Maybe my breath is staggered with yours. Embrace what your body has to show you today. Let's find 3 more breaths with that power that we've just found. Don't be afraid to pause and take moments of silence at an empty breath or full breath. Allow your body to experience what it's like to have full lungs, to feel like you're about to burst, and to have control as you exhale. Now, what does it feel in empty lungs? Resist the urge. Do not inhale, not yet. Inhale now for 5, 4, 3, just like that. 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Matching the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty lungs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhale, arms reach up overhead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Look up. Hold your breath here. Grow tall through the crown. Exhale, bend your knees, coming right into your chair. It's okay. Allow some movement, but eventually find stillness. Inhale, arms reach up. Find your full extension, extended mountain. And exhale, this time arms will join as we reach forward, and then send just the arms back behind you with the palms pressed up. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up, press away from the mat. Find your mountain, one straight spine, and reach up through the crown. And exhale, bend the knees. Dip the glutes. Hands come forward. Torso stays where it is. Just the hands reach back behind you. Beautiful. Full inhale. Arms reach up. Imagine you are grasping onto something, maybe creating a wave. And exhale, coming right back into it. Remember, that pause moment of venting lungs. Inhale. And exhale. Two more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. zip up your lips now. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release your hands at your low back, interlace at the webbing. Go ahead and shine it open. Go ahead and press your tailbone up towards the sky as you release your torso, your shoulders to melt overhead. Stay here in stillness or allow your hips to sway side to side. Very minimal, very gentle movements. Beautiful. Exhale, dip your hips. Find your airplane wings here. Inhale, arms reach up. Listen carefully. Extended mountain. And can you swan dive as your hands press away from one another with a straight spine, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Find a straight spine. Exhale, find your chair. Inhale, root to rise, extended mountain. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, go right into chair. 1 long, precious exhale. Inhale, root to rise, press away from the mat, seek length here. And exhale, swan dive. Let it go. Last one, inhale, half lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive. Listen carefully. Inhale, half lift. Don't lose connection with the mat. Bend the knees generously and slowly walk your way back. Press your tailbone up and back. Find your very first down dog. Wag your tail, let it go. Inhale, right hand reaches up towards the sky. Then exhale, reach towards opposite heel. Now, take your eyesight and look past your armpit, maybe to your left glute. Inhale, release the right hand down onto the mat. Exhale, swag your tail here. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. And exhale, reach towards your left heel. Now, once you have a grasp, then go ahead and tuck your chin and look past your armpit up to the sky, or maybe the left hip, the right hip. Beautiful. Once you're ready. And inhale, left arm down onto the mat, wag your tail as you exhale. Beautiful. Go ahead and raise your heels. Exhale, drop your heels. 2 more. Inhale, raise your heels. Exhale, drop your heels. Last one. Inhale, raise your heels. This time, bend the knees, dip the hips. Find your way towards the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming right into chair. You know what to do. Inhale, extend the mountain. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Listen carefully. Bend both knees. Right leg presses back behind you. Bend into the left knee. Inhale, arms reach up, coming into crescent lunge. You got it. Now these are the spaces that we said we're going to work deeper into our alignment. So go ahead and take a breath and peel those shoulders up towards your ears and then sweep them back. Beautiful. Bend into that front knee. And exhale, find cactus arms. Bring those elbows right back towards your ribs. And drop the arms. Great and out. Keep on reaching those elbows down. You got it. Bring your hands to heart center. Drop the right heel. Find your warrior one. We're going to do the same movement. Bring cactus arms. Hug in those elbows towards the ribs. Drop the palms and the forearms down. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center and open up warrior two. You got it. Bend into that front knee. A little bit more. Bend into that front knee. Both hands cartwheel down to the mat. Press off the right toes towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find your chair. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Bend your knees. Only the left leg presses back behind you this time, settling into a crescent lunge. Lift that heel, stack it on top of the toes. Bend deeply into that right knee. Let's go ahead and hug your shoulders up towards our ears and then peel them back. Can you find cactus arms? Can you bring those elbows right next to your ribs? Can you drop the forearms down? Bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and pivot on your left toes. Drop the left heel. Inhale, arms reach up, warrior one. Next exhale, we find our cactus arms. Beautiful. Now imagine your shoulders like gears. Right now we're engaging your shoulders. And every time we bring our elbows down lower and our forearms down lower, we're cranking on those gears. So we should feel the involvement of our shoulders, of our shoulder blades. Hug in those elbows. There you go. Beautiful. Nice adjustments. Drop your forearms. Bring your hands to heart center. Open up to the left side of the room. Find your warrior two. You got it. We're almost there. Bend into that front knee. Both hands cartwheel down to the mat. Press off your left toes. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find your chair. Root to rise. And swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Ground the palms, bend the knees, and find your way back however you came in. Find your down dog. When you're ready, shift forward, plank. We're going to hold our plank here. You got it. You're strong. Make your adjustments. Drop your knees if you need to. Drop to your forearms. Once you're ready, slowly coming down to the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it down on the mat. Let it go. Hug the mat. Hug the floor underneath you. Let it go. We're going to go through a series of back bends here, assisted by our mat. So go ahead and find the strap handy if you need it. We're going to start here very slowly with our low cobra up dog and then work our way into rocking horse. So once you're ready, find those hands right next to your chest. Zip up your tail, one cumbered tail, so that means your heels and your toes are touching and your legs are engaged. Once you're ready, inhale, peel those shoulders up off the mat and look up. Now there should be no weight on the hands. It should be just the spine using its core here to lift up. Beautiful. Exhale, forehead to the mat. One breath. Let it go right away. Windshield wipe your knees if you need to. Inhale. And exhale. Making our way back, we're going to do up dog. Inhale, peel those shoulders open, press away from the mat. Allow any swaying side to side if you need to. Now remember, your core is engaged. There should be no pain in the low back whatsoever. Exhale, slowly come back down. Let it go. Right away, one breath all together. Full inhale. Full exhale. Bend out the knees here. Drop your heels to the left and to the right a couple times. Beautiful. Allow the sensation to find those hips pressing down further onto the mat. And once you got that connection, then go ahead and bring the strap if you need to, or reach for opposite tops of the feet. Beautiful. Now you want to keep those knees 6 inches apart so as to not disalign the spine. So once you're ready, inhale, kick those feet into the palms. Pull those palms into the feet, and slowly you start lifting from the torso and from the hips. Now we want to stay rocking on our hip bones and allow minimal rocking here to happen as we reach up towards the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale right away. Find 2 breaths, let it go. Maybe release left ear on the mat. Maybe windshield wipe your heels side to side. Last breath, full inhale. Full exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Now tucking your chin, your lips, or forehead down onto the mat. Bring your knees to a bend once again. This time we're reaching for those heels. Beautiful. So reach for those heels. Your chest will lift up automatically. We want to ground down through the knees as we press those feet towards the back wall. And here we have rocking horse. It's rocking horse because the more you lift up, you tend to rock a little on your belly. But we want to eliminate the rocking. For 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, slowly bring it down. Find your right ear on the mat, let it go. Let it all go. Beautiful. Once you're ready, tuck your toes. Bring your hands right next to your chest and press your way away from the mat. Press your hips back, find your down dog. For 3 moves, for 3 breaths. Feel free to drop to your knees and get in some water. One last breath all together. Full inhale. And full exhale. Left leg presses back behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, hug it in towards the chest. Ground it down. Inhale, arms reach up, crescent lunge. Right away, let's find our warrior 1 by dropping the back heel. Bend into that front knee. Pick up right where you left off. Exhale, warrior 2. So this is where it's going to get fun. We're going to add triangle and trikonasana. So once you're ready, either bend the elbow and allow it to come in line inside the left knee, or allow both hands to come perpendicular to the mat. Beautiful. Now our torso here should be aligned. The right shoulder should be on top of the left. The elbow should not be allowing our weight to drop, but rather tracking that left knee to stay open. Beautiful. Bend into that left knee. You got it. From here, you can find your hands at heart center, or you can go ahead and find the bind if you like. Beautiful. Listen carefully. Both hands will cartwheel down to the mat. And as we dip on that left hip, let's lift that right heel, not the right toes. We want to press down on that right heel. We've been here before, so finding that grip on the mat, slowly keeping low, keeping both knees bent. Find your way now to bend into that right knee. Now you can stay here for support, or you can bring your hands up heart center. Just make sure you don't drop onto the mat. I'm gonna keep lifted. We're coming right back to the top of the mat, so once you're ready, stay low. Beautiful. Now, drop the right toes here in line and find your way to frame back to forward. Pressing off the right toes, do a standing splits, do a forward fold. Standing splits, come into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find your chair. Root to rise. And swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Left leg presses back behind you this time. Flare all your toes, bend at the right knee. Allow them to come down right into your warrior one. Beautiful. You got it. Open up. Warrior two. Now remember, we want to keep that right knee open as our hands come perpendicular to the mat. So avoid dropping your weight down. Instead, stay lifted on your torso. Find a bind if you did so on the other side. You got plenty of time to practice Birds of Paradise. Make this practice yours. Do what feels good. Beautiful. Now both hands will come down through the inside as we pivot on the right toes. Maybe this time, find a bind. Slowly keep low, find your way through center. And over to the left side. Do whatever expression you did on this side and the right side. Maybe take inventory, one side is easier than the other. We're coming right back to the right side once again. Stopping here for a second. And once you're ready, release the left foot down onto the mat and ground forward. Right leg is going to press back behind you, three-legged dog. It's optional to float the limbs and shift forward, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, find your down dog. Beautiful. Let it go. Right leg presses back behind you. Exhale, hug it in towards the chest. Ground it down. Drop your left heel, warrior one. Exhale, find your warrior two right away. Come right into it. Side angle. Listen carefully. Reverse your warrior. Straighten the right leg to come to a full straight leg. Then find your hips back, torso reaches forward. Stay here or bring your arms perpendicular to the mat. Maybe find both hands to reach forward, a variation or a bind. What works here for you? Take your time, take your breath, full inhale, full exhale. Wherever you are, slowly coming right back, bending into that front knee, finding both hands through center, this time pivot on your heels. And we're gonna go ahead and look right in between our legs. Bring those lips, corner lips to curl up. Give yourself a smile here. Maybe you're okay here. Maybe you twist your hands. Rotate your hands, not twist. Never twist, always rotate. Bring those fingertips past your heels. Do whatever feels good here. You got it. 2 more breaths. Full inhale. Full exhale. Last one, full inhale. And full exhale. Bring your hands down to the mat. Inhale, half lift on a straight spine. Listen carefully. Frame to the back wall. Now on your left foot. Coming right into warrior one. Find your warrior two, exhale. Beautiful, stay with it. You got it. Find your side angle. Stay lifted. Can you reverse your warrior now? Just the torso moves. Straighten out the right leg. Coming into Trikonasana. Hips press back as we reach forward. Beautiful. Find your Trikonasana now. The same variation. Maybe both hands reach forward. Maybe at the low back. Find the same breath here. You got it. You're strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your way back. Inhale, lift. Then into both knees. Remember, both hands come to the inside of your left leg and pivot on your left heel. Find your forward fold. Now here you can grab onto your strap and from a half lift, come into a bind. This is a nice shoulder rinse. If you hold any tension, this will release. Or maybe you like a spinal rinse by releasing the left hand down on the mat and reaching the right up, and vice versa. Or maybe some of us are doing an inversion and releasing the crown of our head down onto the mat. Wherever you are, slowly find your last 2 breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly inhale, half lift. Bend into your right knee this time. Press off your left toes, standing splits. Release your left leg in line with the right. And inhale. Find your chair. Exhale, dip your hips. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Bend both knees, right leg presses up towards the sky. And land. Warrior one. Beautiful. Right away, warrior two. Side angle. You've been here before. Reverse your warrior. Straighten out your top front leg. And come into Trikonasana. Inhale, lift up. Bend into that front knee. Both hands come through center. Pivot on your left toes, forward fold. Now listen carefully this time. Inhale, half lift. Right arm reaches towards the left heel. Maybe create a bind as you reach opposite pocket. Coming right back through center. Exhale, left hand to the right heel. Find the same variation. Last breath, full inhale, full exhale. Find your way through center. This time, inhale, half lift. Now bring your heels together. Bring your toes together. Heels together. And find Malasana. You can stay here in Malasana. You can stay grounded down to the mat for support. Open those knees with hands, prayer hands. Or frame down to the mat and start working your way into a crow. We'll do it this way so I can show you guys. What you want to do is you want to press down through the palms and you want to ground down the elbows down there. The forearms are very close to the mat. Now, you're working your shin towards the back of your tricep. So come onto your toes. Start bringing them to center. And once you've created that shell, then you can lift your toes off the mat. Now the head is heavy, so you need to be looking about 8 to 12 inches ahead of the mat. Wherever you are, slowly come down. Once you're ready, ground down through the mat. Right leg presses back behind you as we frame the left leg down onto the mat. As we find pigeon. Beautiful. Keep that heel tucked, flexed, the toes tucked towards the front mirror, and slowly find your space. Now we did this yesterday, so your hips should be nice and open. But if they're not, it might be telling you something here. Where are you holding your tightness? And on your next inhale, breathe into that space. And exhale, let it go. Trust your mat. You know it's going to keep you lifted. Finding your final expression here. Listen carefully. You're going to ground down the palms right next to the hips. Tuck in your chin and root to rise. Release your weight onto your left glute. And allow your right leg to come over the left into a fire log. A fire log, you just simply want to keep both heels flexed, and you want to keep those heels stacked on top of the knees. So you want the shins to be as parallel to one another into the top of the mat. So as you can see, I'm not making connection here. And the tightness is right at the hip. So this may be okay for you, just right here. Or you may want to apply a little bit extra pressure on that knee. Maybe even melt over both legs. If you commit to this, then exhale, let it go. And allow your torso to just release onto those thighs, onto those shins. Breathe into it. Full inhale. Full exhale. We're going to start cooling down now. So allow your inhales to become longer. Beautiful. Take your time here. Stay grounded through both hips. You got it. Beautiful. Now, once you're ready, allow that bottom heel to frame now the glute. We're gonna lift the top leg, the left leg, and frame it around as we grab each other's hand at the webbing. Rock your baby here side to side. Remember to stay lifted on the chest and pull that thigh, that shin, towards the chest rather than dipping down. Hey, Grayson. Hey there, kitty catties. Beautiful. Now, once you're ready, release that left heel close to the right hip. So we want to mark both knees in one line, and we want those hips to be framed by the heels as much as possible. Try to create that bind. And once you're ready, inhale, lift your spine up. Beautiful. Keep an erect spine here, grounded through both sitting bones. Imagine I'm pulling you up with a string by your crown. There we go. This might be enough for you, or you might want to allow your chest to dive forward, keeping a straight spine. Focus on your breath now. Full inhale. Full exhale. Can you notice how your breath allows your hip to get a little bit deeper of a stretch? Right past that deep tissue. Beautiful. Last breaths here. Be patient with your body. Maybe allow your eyes to start coming to a close. Whatever works for you, works for me. Now listen carefully. Slowly we're going to release the legs. Very slowly. Take your patience now. Allow those legs to grow long towards the front of the mat. Shake them out. Let it go. Making sure you're still grounded through your sitting bones. Flex the heels. Flex the toes. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward toes. Forward fold, forward toes. Hold on to those toes. Beautiful. Now, bring that left leg to a bend, the right leg to a bend, and allow the left leg to come back behind you, coming into a pigeon once again. There you go. Take your time. Now, once you are even on both hip bones here, they're floating, remember? Your heel is flexed, and start to make your way down. Let's go ahead and match what we did on the other side, shall we? So settle into your space, and let it go. Allow gravity now to take over. yourself to surrender. And not in the sense that you're helpless, but in the sense that you have the most powerful tool. Stillness and breath. As long as you keep on finding those nice long inhales and matching exhales, the body will understand the conversation that you are having. You see, when I say a conversation, I don't mean the chatter of the mind. I mean the conversation of full inhale and full exhale. And then allowing to see how your body will respond today. Now, I say vulnerability because at times there might be spaces where it's hard to find that stillness. Allow yourself to trust here. To know that this pose, just like anything in life, shall pass. But what are the benefits that we can withdraw from here? Through the stillness, what are some benefits we get? Maybe just understanding what makes our body tick, our areas of discomfort. Maybe we even get to see the spaces that we just hop right over, that we give no attention to. Once you're ready, ground your hands right next to your hips, tucking your chin, and slowly allow your spine to rise. Grounding down through the right hip bone, sitting bone. Allow yourself to find fire log once again. This time the left leg is at the top. Now try to do the best that you can here. It's okay if both shins are not parallel to the mat. It's okay. It's okay to be less than perfect. Yoga is a practice, so each and every day we get to come in and learn a little bit more. And even though we have some poses that are imposed and used in every single one of our classes today, our expression is not the same. So maybe when you're like, here we go again, doing warrior one, doing warrior two, or maybe that pose that you just would rather skip. Ask yourself this question. Is the expression the same as the day before? And even though you may not see the results right away, if you truly pay attention, you'll see the slightest movement, centimeters gain, maybe a deeper breath. That is all part of a practice. We don't strive for perfection. We just strive for alignment. So go ahead and embrace your heel now into that pit of the elbow. And go ahead and rock your right leg now. Beautiful. Making sure you're still grounded through both sitting bones. Now, making sure that left heel is grounding and framing the right hip, We're gonna go ahead and release that left leg to frame now the left hip. I can already tell this side is a little bit more tight than the other. But besides discomfort, I can tell that my heel is not nearly as close. So maybe I favor the right over the left. I wouldn't say I'm the only one. Find full inhale. Steady exhale. Beautiful. You're strong. You're patient. This is the space. Where you find minimal movement, and maybe that's enough. You gain 1 centimeter. Celebrate. And once again, once you're ready, very slowly and with control, allow those legs to reach the front of the room. Flex your heels, flex your toes. As we find our last forward fold, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Release the bind and slowly resist. Just plopping down. Release the low back, the mid back, and the shoulders. Arms reach up. Arms come wide. Let it go. Settle in. There should be no space whatsoever. And if there is a slight bend here at your low back, if your spine is not glued down to the mat, then just go ahead and reach those heels towards the glutes. Gently lift just the tailbone as you tuck it, and then press the heels away from the mat. And you'll see that your spine remains straight and flat. Let it go. Shake your head to the right. Shake your head to the left. Twinkle your toes, your fingertips. Find any last movements. And we find stillness in 5. Let your last fidgeting out. 4, 3, 2, and just like the roll of the dice, exhale. Lay where you may. Let it go. The music starts to fade away. My voice fades into the background. Every single space connected to the mat is grounded. It is heavy. Allow your eyelids to release, your brow to relax, your lips release, your jaw falls open. Your head falls to the right or to the left. Your chest rises with the breath and your belly fills. And when you exhale, just let go of that belly. Let it be. Let it be out and proud. Allow your hips to release. Allow your toes and everything else to fade away. Taking 2 deep breaths here all together. Full inhale. Exhale, side out. And our last breath together. Full inhale. And a full exhale. Stay where you may, or find your way into a seated pose. As we gather our last breath together, I'd like to leave you with this thought. Everything is okay. Inhale, find your full breath. Arms can follow. And as we exhale, we bow down to today's practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up today's session to your mat. It is a testament to you and your growth in this journey that we call yoga. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how the sessions are going. I'd love to hear from you. My name is Claudia H. Brady. My producer is Shaylin Brady. And this is The Citizen Life. This show is provided to you by The Citizen Life. Feel free to follow us, www.thecitizenlife.com. Follow our, subscribe, I should say, to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. We're trying to grow this channel as organically as possible. Facebook friends, hello. Good to see you today. So we'll see you tomorrow. Mindful Mornings is every day from 9:45 to 10:45. We'll see you tomorrow for session 17. Namaste.